Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Max, and today we're diving into a topic that I feel very strongly about. Why kids should not have social media or phones in school until they are at least 16, maybe even 18. As a parent and an advocate for child development, I've seen firsthand the impact that screens and social media can have on our kids. Let's talk about why setting these boundaries is so important for their well-being. First, let's talk about mental health. Numerous studies have shown that social media can contribute to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem in young people. Dr. Vivek Murthy, the U.S. Surgeon General, once said, "The moral test of any society is how well it protects its children. When it comes to social media, we are failing this test." Jonathan Haidt's book, The Anxious Generation, presents a striking graph that shows a sharp rise in mental illness among young people starting around 2010. This period coincides with the introduction of front-facing cameras and features like unlimited scroll on social media platforms. As you can see, the lines go up starting in the early 2010s, highlighting how mental health issues have increased considerably in this time frame. By keeping kids off social media until they are older, we're giving them the chance to develop a stronger sense of self without these external pressures. They can grow up healthier and more emotionally stable, free from the constant comparison and stress that come with social media. But mental health is just one part of the puzzle. Let's talk about another critical aspect of childhood development: face-to-face interactions. I've had the opportunity to speak with some young high school students about their phone usage in school and their daily lives. One concern that came up was the decrease in face-to-face interactions with the rise in phone usage. Interestingly, some students scoffed at this idea, saying it was not important because the connection and contact are still there even without face-to-face interactions. But here's the thing. Face-to-face interactions are crucial for developing social skills, empathy, and the ability to read nonverbal cues. These interactions help kids learn how to communicate effectively, understand emotions, and build meaningful relationships. When they are glued to their phones, they miss out on these vital experiences. I like to encourage our kids to engage with the world around them and build real, meaningful relationships. Another area where phones can have significant impact is in the classroom. Let's look at how phone usage affects academic performance. Phones in schools can be a major distraction. Studies have shown that students who use their phones during school hours tend to have lower academic performance. By banning phones in schools, we're helping kids stay focused on their studies and fostering an environment conducive to learning. Schools should be a place for education, free from the distractions of social media and constant notifications. For example, a comprehensive study in Norway from 2010 to 2018 found that banning smartphones in schools significantly improved the GPA of middle school students. This policy also reduced bullying incidents and increased the likelihood of students attending academic high schools, especially benefiting female students and those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Another study by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln revealed that students checked their phones an average of 11 times per class period, leading to decreased focus and retention of information. I've seen this firsthand with students I work with. A 6th grade student was gifted an iPhone for getting good grades. After receiving the phone, I noticed a significant change in his behavior. Every time I looked over his work, he would immediately check his phone to try to watch something, even if it was just for a few seconds. This constant distraction led to poor effort and focus on his schoolwork. Despite being quite smart, his motivation and work quality noticeably declined. He wasn't the only one. I observed several students exhibiting similar behaviors. To help him concentrate, I had to take away his phone during class, which immediately reduced his distractions. Furthermore, research published in the Journal of Educational Psychology found that students who did not use their phones during class performed better on tests, with an average improvement of 13% compared to their peers who frequently use their phones. These statistics and personal observations clearly show the negative impact of phone use on academic performance and highlight the benefits of keeping our classrooms phone-free. Now let's discuss the challenge we face as a community: ensuring everyone works together to protect our kids. This is known as the collective action problem. This concept was extensively studied by economist Mancur Olson in his 1965 book, the logic of collective action. A collective action problem arises when everyone needs to work together to achieve a common goal. But if individuals act independently and don't cooperate, the goal becomes difficult or impossible to achieve. Even if some parents set strict rules about phone use and social media, it only works if other parents and school boards do the same. If we all come together and agree to these boundaries, we create a healthier environment for our children. It's about making a collective commitment to protect our kids' well-being. Speaking of setting boundaries, one of the most effective ways to help our kids is by leading by example. As parents and educators, it is our responsibility to set boundaries and lead by example. If we want our kids to unplug and engage with the world, we need to model that behavior ourselves. A small example I noticed recently. One evening after dinner, we were settling down for the night. My wife was on her phone, and I was on my laptop. I noticed that my daughter, Sia, was playing with her toys but also observing what we were doing. She then grabbed her kid's camera, came up to me, and started scrolling through the pictures on her camera screen, mimicking our behavior. It was a wake-up call. I realized that she was modeling us. I immediately put down my laptop screen and started playing with her without any distractions. It reminded me of the importance of being mindful and present with her. Dr. Albert Bandura, a renowned psychologist known for his work on social learning theory, said, "Children learn more from what you are than what you teach." Our actions speak louder than words, and our kids are constantly observing and imitating us. Dr. Daniel J. Siegel, a clinical professor of psychiatry at the UCLA School of Medicine, also emphasizes this in his work. What we model for our kids in terms of our own behavior is what they will learn to do themselves. By setting a positive example, we show our children how to balance technology and real-world interactions. Spending time with your children, doing activities that don't involve screens, shows them that life is richer and more fulfilling when experienced firsthand, not through a screen. Besides setting an example, it is also important to encourage kids to explore their interests away from screens. Encouraging hobbies and interests outside of screens is essential for a child's development. The obvious ones are sports, reading, art, or just playing outside. These help kids discover their passions and develop new skills. One crucial aspect of this exploration is the value of boredom. Boredom can be a powerful tool for creativity and self-discovery. When children are bored, they are more likely to engage in free play, come up with new ideas, and find innovative ways to entertain themselves. It teaches them to be resourceful and helps them develop problem-solving skills. By allowing kids to experience boredom, we're giving them the space to grow and learn in ways that structured activities alone cannot provide. Although we will delve deeper into the benefits of free play in another video, it is important to recognize that providing children with the freedom to play independently fosters their cognitive, emotional, and social development. By integrating a mix of organized activities, free play, and allowing moments of boredom, we can help our kids build a balanced and enriching childhood free from the constraints of screens and digital distractions. While encouraging our kids to explore their interests away from screens is crucial, it is also worth noting that social media offers some advantages for adults. Social media can be beneficial for adults in several ways, such as maintaining connections with friends and family or meeting new people. However, for kids, these advantages are often outweighed by the negative effects. Face-to-face interactions are vital for their development, and the digital world frequently adds more stress than it's worth for young minds. So, what does this all mean for our kids and their future? Based on research, the positives of keeping kids off social media and away from phones in schools far outweigh the negatives. We're giving them a chance to grow up healthier, happier, and more connected to the real world. So, there's really no point in not trying this approach. Let's give our kids the gift of childhood filled with real experiences and connections. By setting boundaries on social media and phone use, we're helping them grow into confident, capable, and emotionally healthy individuals. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with other parents. Let's work together to protect our children's well-being and promote a healthier, happier future.